Howdy everyone! GVG has an anime podcast now, huh? I'm joined by Brandon!
Hello!
And Daniel!
Hello everyone, how's
Hey.
it going?
Pokemon's ending. Not forever though, just Ash is retiring. And to celebrate his final hurrah, we are going to be discussing every single episode. Now, it's only releasing in Japan right now, so we're relying on subs. The dub's going to be way away. There's still an Ultimate Journeys over in the actual dubbing process. But Ash has won the league, he's separated from Go, and he's now on his own solo adventure. And, this is going to be the only opportunity to really send off Pokemon. This franchise has grown up with us, we've been there along the way, and I can't wait to talk about this with you guys. You are the perfect panel for this.
Oh,
Aw.
yes.
But
I've
Go ahead, Daniel.
I have watched this since day one, Indigo League, when I was a kid, watching it on Cartoon Network, when it would show on Saturdays on Kids WB, all those old programs. I've been keeping up with. I kept up for a long time, and I think around after Sinnoh, the 4th gen, I think that's when I started to kind of taper off and not watch as often. But with Journeys, I've been definitely keeping up now, and more so than ever, because it's definitely Ash's and Pikachu's wrap up and their little send off here. So I'm excited to see what they'll do with these 11 episodes as they finally let Ash grow up.
Yeah.
If they're as good as the end of Journeys is, I think we're in for a pleasant experience.
I haven't seen it yet.
Man, I've watched the anime for like you, Daniel, throughout most of my life. Like I didn't stay with it the entire time. When I was a kid, I watched like Series 1, Series 2, and I'll dip in and out after that. I'm not watching dedicatedly. But with Journeys, both Journeys and Master Journeys, I've been watching that with my daughter because I thought, she needs to learn about animals fighting, so it's fine for a 2-year-old girl to watch this.
Naturally.
But in the West, Ultimate Journeys still only has like a few episodes that are dubbed, so the back half of that series is still not in English yet. So I watched from the beginning of Ash's fight with Leon up until the end of that series. So I've watched the end of Ultimate, but there's a huge chunk of that series I've not seen. But man, I don't want to spoil anything for you, Daniel, but it ends so well. Like, it's the most bombastic the Pokemon anime has been ever.
When I told you guys in our chat while we were planning to do this that I cried real hard,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. It got me
gets you.
good.
Yeah, it's a celebration.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think you need to know all the details of how Ultimate Journeys ends to know how this picks up. Because we all know Ash has won the league. We know that he's on the road to become a Pokemon Master. And for the first time in a very long time, he is all on his own. And this first episode, it's not like a crazy lore dump. This isn't starting off with Ash meeting up with all his old friends from past series. It's just kind of Ash and Pikachu on their own for the first time, and there's something kind of cozy about that.
I appreciate that first scene we get of them hitting the fork in the road, and they like spin the leaf up in the air to decide which way to go. It lands to the left, and Ash starts going that way. Pikachu starts following him, and he just turns around and goes the other way.
Yeah.
And then Pikachu gets mad, and then they have like a little playful spat.
We've not seen that in a long time as well.
Yeah.
Throughout most of Journeys, Pikachu's just kind of been just so like passive with Ash. But in the earlier episodes, it was always Pikachu was just this playful, sometimes very angry little mouse, and it's nice that we kind of see that again.
Pikachu is almost always the straight man in a lot of the situations that you see him involved. And I noticed you hear Pikachu just laugh. Like, that's not just the Pokemon talking. That's just a laugh. And I was like, wow, that's the voice actors actually kind of laughing with that. And that you don't really hear that very often with Pikachu's voice.
Yeah, we heard it in like the first series when Ash and Pikachu first meet. Ash laughs at Pikachu a bit then. But you're right, like when Ash has like the Magikarps on his butt, Pikachu just laughs at him. But I think this episode, though, it didn't have like that much going for it. It was just kind of like a feel-good, hitting the sort of beats of it's like Team Rocket versus Ash, basically. But we get a little bit more with the appearance of Latias, though.
Yeah, and even before that, the intro to this episode, it's just a callback to the original intro animation, and there's all these different cutscenes from previous adventures and intros, and it's just a big old celebration of what Ash and Pikachu have gone through throughout all these years. But yeah, I it's funny how it just opens up like just another day. You think this series is gonna start off with a bang, but it's just very chill, very calm, and it leads up to like Ash having a almost a spat with the Beedrill where he nearly gets stabbed to death, and he gets in a lot of situations and problematic situations throughout this episode. But yeah, that happens more so when he meets Latias later on, and much like with Journeys. Journeys was like a marathon of legendaries in that series for those who have watched through that series, and I think that was really cool, and they're bringing it into this as well. We haven't seen Latias very often, most notably when she was in Pokemon Forever. That was, I think, the 4th Pokemon movie.
Heroes.
Yeah,
Pokemon Heroes.
That's right.
Definitely not the same Latias because there was a different relationship back then.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, backtracking a little bit, they definitely call back to the original Japanese theme. Do you think when they dub this, we're going to get I Want to Be the Very Best?
I'd be very surprised if they didn't go that route. Because that song's reappeared in the dub a few times. I think it was the first theme song to X and Y. It was a different version of it, but I think they're going to just put literally the original recording of the song and make that the intro.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And I do like how sort of low-key everything is, because Ash he's the world champion now, and he's still just like the same old guy, just roaming with Pikachu and with the Beedrill. It's just kind of, it just shows how one he is with Pokemon now. He's still wholesome Ash. He's still the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Ash, they did something kind of cool with this that I wasn't entirely expecting. I was thinking Ash was going to be roaming only with Pikachu and maybe catch a Pokemon or two. But no, he brought some of his old Pokemon with him, and they're not the ones from Journeys. So he had Sceptile, is it Noivern?
Noivern, Donphan, and a little later on you see Weasel as well. Like they're all from different generations too. Like specifically, they're going to be leading into. I bet in every episode they're going to be leading into his partners from throughout the entire series, and that's really cool to see.
So you think they're going to rotate his party with each episode?
Maybe.
Cool
I'm thinking that they'll incorporate that some way or another, because he left his Pokemon out. You don't usually see that. They're just out for the entire episode to just kind of help, show that it's not just a one-time thing. They're here. They're his partners, and there's a lot of Pokemon of his party that you've never seen interact with each other before. That was really cool.
I love the reveal of how he shows the party, though, because Team Rocket, they take Pikachu, they put him in like an electric-proof bag so he can't escape. It's an Iron Tail-proof bag as well, apparently, so there's just no way out of that. But then it's not like Ash goes, "Oh, I missed you guys. Oh, come on now." No, he just throws them at them, and it's just this big reveal of his old Pokemon coming to rescue Pikachu, and that was so well done, that scene.
Yeah, this episode felt like a very classic Pokemon episode, where the focus is squarely on Ash and a conflict with Team Rocket. It just happens to involve a legendary Pokemon like Latias, but I feel like you would have had a lot of episodes that played out very much like this in season 1 of the series.
I guess this is also probably a farewell to Team Rocket as well, so that might be why they're playing such a pivotal role in this, because we don't know if they're going to carry over to the future of the series or not.
Yeah, we're not sure what Team Rocket's going to do. I hope they continue the podcast that they do, because I just saw that episode last night.
That's so funny.
That it's so funny to hear them talking about like ASMR and viewer counts and just all this funny stuff that we can relate to as an adjacent to a
radio. We're just like Team Rocket, yeah.
We're just the three
Brandon's our Meowth.
Meowth!
There you go, there he is. But yeah, the general plot of this is basically Ash rescues Pikachu from Team Rocket, and they go blasting off, but they blast into Latias, which goes into a lake, and then Ash basically has to care and give Latias a super potion, I think, which you think they'll need more than that, maybe a hyper potion or a full restore.
He used like a regular potion, and I wasn't very impressed. I'm
That's
like,
no
Ash,
good.
you're the champion. You can get a max potion if you want to.
Is every single spray 20 HP? Because he sprayed it multiple times.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. but yeah, basically that's the gist. He cares for Latias, but then Team Rocket, they've got bigger goals. So that when they've got a weakened Latias on their hands, they kidnap it. But then Ash gets sucked in too, and he's stuck in this frozen chamber with Latias.
How in the world, again, Ash with the superhuman powers, he must have leaped like 20 feet into the air to chase Latias in there. And I'm like, how does this boy continue to defy the impossible?
Yeah.
Ash will do anything when it comes to Pokemon. And when they're in that like vacuum cold chamber, they're both freezing, and I think Ash gets close to Latias. It reminded me of, I think it was an Orange Islands episode, where Charizard gets frozen, and Ash spends like all night like rubbing him, like rubbing his hands raw, just to keep him warm. What's so funny, John?
John,
Don't worry.
can a boy just
keep
rub his
going.
Charizard until he feels better?
Until
Can't take
who
me
feels
seriously,
better,
John.
the boy or the Charizard?
But that's how Charizard gained respect for Ash. That was the episode where he learned to appreciate his trainer.
And this is how Latias learned to appreciate Ash. See, it's the same thing. It's a callback. But it follows up with him having Pikachu Thundershock him directly to break the glass.
we can't get past this part. It seems.
No, this is one hell of a way to send Pokemon off, isn't it?
But yeah, that's kind of the episode, though. Ash and Latias get free from the chamber, and as they're falling through the sky, Ash's Pokemon are like, oh, we've got to rescue him. But Latias is like, no, baby, I've got this. And he gets back into consciousness. They fly around. They put a hole through the balloon. They go blasting off for real this time. And that's kind of it. That's just kind of the episode. Very low-key.
Yeah, very, very classic. It kind of reminded me when we were watching the movies, Brandon, because during those, it's just Ash and Pikachu. There's no other partners with him. It's just him and his Pokemon, at least for certain portions of it. But yeah, it's definitely a callback to those older episodes, and I'm excited to see what the next ones have. Although, at the end of the episode, they gave us a clue as to what is happening in the next episode. I don't think it's a spoiler to mention it, is it? Because it's right there.
Go ahead.
Well, they say in the next episode, that's where we see Misty, and she's gonna have a Pokemon battle with Ash, and you see some more of Ash's older partners during that quick preview.
That's cool.
But it calls back to when they first met as well, because you see Misty was fishing and a lure gets tied around Ash's wrist, and as you know, she fished Ash out of a river when they first met in those first, I think, episode 2 or 3. But yeah,
It was episode 1.
That was episode
first
1. That's right. Yeah.
He was running away from the Spearow and he jumped in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot that they didn't properly talk until the next episodes, right?
No, he just stole her bike and drove away.
I forgot she just left.
Yeah. I do like this episode a lot, though. Like, not much really happens, but it's nice to have this sort of juxtaposition between the high octane energy of ending journeys, just something more low key and charming. Like, we get a little glimpse at Oak and Ash's mum a little bit as well, but nothing important really, though. It's just kind of, I guess, just showing that there's
like
more out there.
that scene, I think, only existed to help us kind of place how long it's been.
Yeah, I think that's right.
You know, it's been just a few days since Ash left, but nobody's heard from him.
Yeah.
We get that glimpse of that photo that they took before Ash and Go parted ways. But yeah, I think that's what that was there for. I'd like to see more of them in the coming episodes. I hope we do.
I kind of like not
definitely.
every episode of this finale is going to be, just as high action as it can be. It's nice to, because Ash isn't really about that. It's nice just to have these sort of grounded moments every now and then. I still want those big celebratory episodes, but this is fine. Like, it's good to have that pacing balance.
Oh yeah,
We even
I'm
see-
sure they're coming. Yeah.
We even see Latias seeing Ash off at the end of the episode, but it's framed in such a way that almost feels like we're not done with Latias.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it sort of lingers there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he's just going to be watching over
Yeah.
for the rest of his life.
Stalking him, waiting.
It's quite a sinister
watching.
ending, actually. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Because there isn't that much to say about this one, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess the very, very end of that episode actually hints at Paldea, Gen 9, because you see Team Rocket, they're like in excavating uniforms, and then they see Koraidon on a cliff, and and then Koraidon proceeds to chase them and have them blast off again as they would. But yeah, we're gonna get little hints of Paldea here and there. It seems. I wonder if it's gonna be just at the end of the episodes. Is there a little send off for each one, or what?
There
But
was some
that's
Paldea
interesting to
hints
see.
at the end of Ultimate Journeys as well. They're just very small glimpses of some of the Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll catch up by those episodes before our next discussion next week, so I'll have more of a breadth of context for what we're getting into. But yeah, I'm excited for next week.
It is interesting though, because I was wondering if Team Rocket would be showing up, in the future of Pokemon, and seeing them in Paldea maybe hints to that, or maybe it's just a little skit.
I don't know. I'm assuming that they're going to be sunsetted like Ash and Pikachu,
I think so.
because in my mind, you can't have one without the other. Even in the alternate universe movies that they've been doing, it's Ash and Pikachu and also Team Rocket, and nobody else. So like, I think they're a package deal.
What if it ends with like Team Rocket killing Ash and stealing Pikachu? What if that's the ending?
Oh, that's their good
Well-
ending, and that's why he's not in the next series. They finally.
They
Because
killed him.
he's dead.
They tried to kill him
That's
by
why.
freezing him in this episode. Like, with each episode, there's going to be like a really dire threat, and Ash just barely escapes them until the end.
He's going to rub Latias one more time.
I think that's probably the note to end on.
that's something to end on.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm sure later episodes of whatever we're calling this series are going to be a lot more action-packed, but this is just a low-key one, so it's nice to get into the groove. But yeah, look forward to a lot more from the closure of Pokemon, because we're all really excited, and I'm sure there's going to be some big stuff coming up. So if you want
Some
to...
tears.
Some tears. There's going to be some tears, some laughter, some blood, maybe. We don't know.
Hopefully, I want to see someone bleed finally.
If you want to see us bleed, you can support us over on Patreon. That's a Patreon-specific perk. But you also just keep on looking at Good Vibes Gaming. We're uploading cool stuff all the time. There's a lot of stuff in the works. And thank you for just supporting us by watching this video. All the best, everyone. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Till we meet again.
See ya.